Good evening. Welcome to the regular meeting of the Portage Lakes Joint Vocational School District here at Portage Lakes Career Center. I'd like to call the meeting to order. If we could please stand and for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First order of business is swearing in of new members.
Mr. Furlong, you can stand with me. I will read your oath of office, and if you agree to it, please answer I will. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Ohio, and that you will faithfully and impartially discharge your duties as a member of the Board of Education, Portage Lakes Career Center, Summit County, Ohio, to the best of your ability and in accordance with the laws now in effect and hereinafter to be enacted during your continuance in said office until your successor is elected and qualified? If so, please answer, I will.
I will.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Mr. Wright, would you like to call the roll, please?
Mr. Campbell.
Here.
Mr. Cohen.
Here.
Mr. Fowler.
Here.
Mr. Furlong.
Here.
Mr. Hercules.
Here.
Mrs. McGraw.
Here.
Mr. Sponseller.
Here.
Mr. Hofer.
Here.
Mr. Jividen.
Here.
Thank you.
All right. We have an opportunity here for visitors' comments. Do we have anyone that would like to address the board? All right. Moving on to the report of the treasurer.
Thank you. Item number 1 is a recommendation to approve the minutes of the organizational and regular meeting of January 18th, 2024 as presented.
So moved.
Second. Mr. Fowler. Call the roll.
Mrs. McGraw.
Yes.
Mr. Fowler.
Yes.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
Mr. Cohen.
Yes.
Mr. Furlong.
Yes.
Mr. Hercules.
Yes.
Mr. Sponseller.
Yes.
Mr. Hofer.
Yes.
Mr. Jividen.
Yes.
Motion passes. Item number 2 is a recommendation to approve the financial reports, check register, bank reconciliation, and comparative financial report for the month of January 2024 as presented, subject to audit.
So moved.
Second.
Would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
Mr. Hofer.
Yes.
Mr. Cohen.
Yes.
Mr. Cohen.
I said yes.
Oh, thank you. Mr. Fowler.
Yes.
Mr. Furlong.
Abstain.
Mr. Hercules.
Yes.
Mrs. McGraw.
Yes.
Mr. Sponseller.
Yes.
Mr. Jividen.
Yes.
Motion passes. Item number 3 is a recommendation to approve the resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Summit County Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the Summit County Fiscal Office as presented.
So moved.
Second.
I will say what I say in virtually every meeting.
Chris, could you tell us how many levies we have?
And how much was before? What you will notice on this document is that our organization has one levy passed in 1983, started collecting in 1984. It is permanent. It does not have to go back on the ballot. It was passed at 4.35 mils. It collects at the statutory minimum of 2 mils across all classifications of property. So residential, agricultural, commercial, and industrial, it's all at the 2 mil floor. It is the minimum rate we can have as a tax rate. And this document just shows that.
Would you like to call the roll, please, sir?
Mr. Hofer.
Yes.
Mrs. McGraw.
Yes.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
Mr. Cohen.
Yes.
Mr. Fowler.
Yes.
Mr. Furlong.
Yes.
Mr. Hercules.
Yes.
Mr. Sponseller.
Yes.
Mr. Jividen.
Yes.
Motion passes. Just real quick, wanted to let everybody know that the field work for our audit is concluded.
We should be seeing a released audit report, I would say, within the next 3 or 4 weeks. And I'll be sure to send out any updates we have on that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, we'll move on to the report of the superintendent.
Okay, Mr. Clark?
Evening, everyone. Just first want to say before I introduce our students of the month, thank you, Noah and Skylar, because I speak to all the kids, and there's just a lot going on in these kids' lives. And I know some of you made some adjustments to be here. I appreciate that. And the other ones, truly, we're trying to make adjustments as well. So it makes me happy to know that they want to come here and be recognized in front of you. So just so everyone knows that. But first off, I'll have Skylar, and since the other two aren't here, we can just take our time, right? And bring you up front. And Skylar Wetzel is a senior from Manchester. She's in our cosmetology program. And Ms. Stratos has a lot to say about her. Skylar goes above and beyond in cosmetology and theory. She does all that is expected of her and much more. She has a wonderful attitude, and I know I can count on her to do what I ask and to do it to the best of her ability. She is kind, passionate about cosmetology, and is a go-getter. She has already made her own cosmetology social media account to advertise herself before I even got to make the assignment. She also has been getting herself booked on customer service days by having clients ask for her. She's already had a very prestigious salon lined up to work at. So, yeah, the epitome of what we are, you're on your way. And, very proud of you and very kind words. So we asked Skylar a few things about her. So the young lady comes in every morning in her black cosmetology scrubs, smile on her face all the time, and you think, the pretty little hair and just the smile. And when I read these, sometimes I just go, really? Hobbies include riding quads, dirt bikes, going to fires, and hanging out at country concerts. So it's just like, I'd like to see you fly by someday on a quad and with a helmet on. What is your favorite movie? The Notebook, because it shows love does exist, even when people doubt it. If you could be an animal for a day, what would you be? This is our first dolphin in 3 years. A dolphin because they are brave, and the ocean is a beautiful place. Absolutely. Congratulations, Skylar. Noah, come on up. Thank you, Mr. Dunleavy, for coming this evening. Mr. Dunleavy, instructor of the plumbing and pipe fitting program, and Noah obviously is in that program, so I think that's why you're here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Noah is a senior from Springfield, and Mr. Dunleavy writes, Noah is this year's Jason Bourne Award winner. He is the silent assassin as he moves through his assignments quickly, finishing off each one with stealth, quickness, and ease. Noah is always on task and asks great questions. He sees each job through to completion. He is a great leader who can head up any team, work with other students, and strives to get the job done right the first time. Noah and other students in his class we've got to see quite a bit of around the office area this year, because the PMP program's been making some adjustments in our office area and a new office for our dental assistant that is getting herself prepared for next year. And where else have you worked in the school? Just about everywhere. Yeah, maintenance. I think you guys have been in the culinary program. Yeah, so cosmetology. So they get around, and that's, again, we say it all the time, but that's what's great. Our electricians are, in the adult education office right now, finishing up, and there's just like a little job site every day around here. So pretty cool. Noah writes his favorite movie. Again, some of these surprised me, but maybe 50 First Dates, because it's simple and funny. All right. If you could be an animal for a day, what would you be and why? A lion, because nobody messes with a lion. And if you were stuck on a desert island, who would you want to be stuck with and why? I would take a comedian because I would need comedic relief. I agree. So congratulations, Noah. Thank you for coming tonight. And I want to mention Peyton Krager, who is a green student in our building trades department, also a recipient of this month, and Adam Grable, who is in engineering processes. Ms. Russell nominated, and he got selected this month. So, many, I know students still on my list as we go through, and then I send out, things. So it's many deserving students. Glad you guys were able to be selected, well-deserving, and we will not make you stay for the rest of this meeting unless you really want to stay. You're okay? Okay. So we'll release you guys at this time.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dunleavy.
See you, Skylar.
Okay. Kick you off stage here. Hi, everybody. I'll just go ahead with the adult ed report really quickly. First and foremost, you'll see some tuition. You'll see some tuition costs later in the board agenda. So I just want to go over a couple of those things for you. A lot of those are programs that we currently have that are still running. We haven't made a whole lot of changes. And a lot of those tuition costs are stagnant from last year, so we will reevaluate as we continue to do yearly. You will, however, see several new programs added to our adult ed agenda, and I wanted to go over those really quickly with you. First and foremost, in the evening, we will add a hair design program. The State Board of Cosmetology just allowed a program to be developed that focused specifically on just hair. So in the evenings, we have a nail program now, a skin program, and now we'll have a hair program. So we will be, again, a one-stop shop for any of your beauty needs in the evening, as well as a fully functioning salon during the day. So that'll be a nice change. We also have dental assisting. We will complement the high school program by offering the exact same thing in the evening to any adult students that might want to come in. So we're super excited about that. That will be a 600-hour program. Our hair program will be 1,000 hours. We have a drone program that we will be offering to adults. We're going to offer that 2 times initially. If it succeeds and does even more than we expect, then we'll go ahead and offer more of those as need fits. I just received today NIMS pre-approval, so we will be NIMS accredited here probably in the next 2 months. We have to go through our official site visit, but NIMS is all about metalworking and manufacturing. So having the NIMS accreditation for both our high school and adult programs is a great step forward for us. So we're going to try to offer the CNC mill operations class and the CNC lathe operations class. Those will be targeted to companies in more of a contract training approach. And both the CNC mill and lathe and the drone programs are under 60 hours. So it's the idea that you can come in, get a short-term certificate, and go out into the workforce fairly quickly. We're thrilled about that. The biggest one that will be an interesting change for us here at the Career Center involves a partnership with Hamrick Truck Driving School. We are going to change our automotive service technician course into something we are calling CDL Plus. So by working with us to create a 600-hour program, that means that students who are interested in getting their CDL will qualify to be able to fund that with financial aid. Hamrick will do the CDL portion, so our neighbors won't need to worry about big trucks driving through the neighborhood, and our pavement won't need to take all of that as well. All of that will be done with that partnership with Hamrick. But then a great deal of additional work will be done here in our auto lab, including map reading, a lot of mathematics, a lot of extra things that someone taking on that CDL role will definitely need. So that will be new and innovative, and we'll keep you posted as things move along with that. So that's just looking forward to August of next year. We're still rolling along. You'll see our halls are pretty busy tonight. So hopefully we'll meet our goal of graduating over 200, fingers crossed. But thank you as always for your support.
Thank Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
That's exciting, isn't it? Okay, I just have a couple of things to add before I dive back in. First of all, congratulations to Mr. Hofer for receiving an OSBA Service Award, one of 36 in the state. Congratulations. The strawberries that you have are provided by our culinary arts program and kind of a late Valentine's Day gift. So they're delicious and they're healthy because that's just fruit and chocolate. A construction update. The construction documents weren't quite ready to come on this board agenda, but they will be on the March agenda. It does not stop us from moving forward. We are not behind, and we will continue moving forward. And we're excited. We believe the construction trailers will be coming any day now in the back. The maintenance has prepared for that. And so we are moving forward and on time, and surely we will see some efforts next week. Okay, yeah. And the weather has been so kind to us. I know, I'm sure in the construction in Greene and Manchester that we really have moved along in February, much more than we thought so. All right, so let me jump into the agenda. Item number 2, resignations. I'm recommending that the board approve the resignations as listed above.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Hercules. Mr. Wright, would you like to call the roll, please?
Mr. Cohen?
Yes.
Mr. Hercules?
Yes.
Mr. Campbell?
Yes.
Mr. Fauser?
Yes.
Mr. Furlong?
Yes.
Mrs. McGraw?
Yes.
Mr. Sponseller?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Mr. Jividen?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item number 3, employment. I would like to point out a couple of things here. When you see Mark Kubina, part-time practical nursing instructor, he is a doctor, and he's really going to help bump up on what goes on in our program and assist in not only working with students, but looking at our curriculum so that we can be stronger. Brian Bricker, we finally found an electrical teacher to replace Mr. Patton next year, and he's going to come on board March 4th and work with Mr. Patton alongside him to get to know things. So we're very excited. Mr. Bricker has different experiences, so I think he's going to bring even different opportunities for our students. I'm recommending that the board approve the employment contracts listed above.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Hofer.
Second.
Mr. Fauser. Mr. Wright, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Mr. Fauser?
Yes.
Mr. Campbell?
Yes.
Mr. Cohen?
Yes.
Mr. Furlong?
Yes.
Mr. Hercules?
Yes.
Mrs. McGraw?
Yes.
Mr. Sponseller?
Yes.
Mr. Jividen?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item number 4, adult ed tuition, as Mrs. Tripney just talked about. I'm recommending that the board approve the 24-25 adult education tuition rates as listed above.
So moved. Mr. Campbell.
Second.
Mrs. McGraw, thank you. Mr. Wright, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Campbell?
Yes.
Mrs. McGraw?
Yes.
Mr. Cohen?
Yes.
Mr. Fauser?
Yes.
Mr. Furlong?
Yes.
Mr. Hercules?
Yes.
Mr. Sponseller?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Mr. Jividen?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item number 5, always on our agenda, equipment donations. Both of those donations are there to benefit the welding program. I'm recommending that the board approve the donations as listed.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Hercules, Mr. Hofer. Mr. Wright, would you like to call the roll, please?
Mr. Hercules?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Mr. Campbell?
Yes.
Mr. Cohen?
Yes.
Mr. Fauser?
Yes.
Mr. Furlong?
Yes.
Mrs. McGraw?
Yes.
Mr. Sponseller?
Yes.
Mr. Jividen?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, I'm finished with my report.
Okay. In keeping with the agenda, we will move pursuant to ORC 121.22 to consider the appointment, employment, or compensation of an employee, official of the school district. We'll move to executive session. Do you have a vote for that?
Do
You have to vote in.
we believe there's going to be action?
We don't believe there's going to be
Okay.
action after.
Then no action taken.
There will be no action taken after this. So, did we want to proceed with new business and do you want to proceed with new business and informal, and then move to executive session? Or we're going to come back.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
That could make sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna move the executive session to the end of the agenda. We'll go ahead and proceed through any new business. Number 8, any new business for the board? No. We proceed then with board members informal. Mr. Cohen? The end of the table.
You always do that to me.
I'm gonna start with David.
I don't really have a whole lot. By the way, thank you for the delicious chocolate-covered strawberry. If anybody doesn't want theirs, I will make sure that their strawberry goes to a good home. Oh, I like this guy. I already got him.
You got it.
Just figured out the power center, that's it.
My turn?
Yeah.
Donnie Furlong, I just want to say thanks for letting me be a part of this. I have a daughter that goes to school here and another daughter, 7th grade at Springfield, so happy to be here.
Welcome.
And I'll just say, welcome to the board here. It's always a pleasure to see the students of the month. That's the highlight of the meeting. Thanks.
I have a side note. I had to take my niece to get blood work done, and the second time we went, because the first time she had to go back twice, and the second time we had a graduate of the adult program, Maria is her name, and she was fantastic. She was really, really great, and said she gave you guys high praises for knowing exactly what to do and how to do it, and she was well above like the grade of being there. She said she took like 3 shifts, and then on the 4th shift they hired her, and they're like, "You're amazing. We want you." So thanks.
I'd like to congratulate you to the career board.
Thank you.
And I'd like to congratulate all the students here tonight for all their hard work and success. I really admire, they amazed me.
Mr. Clark, is there ever a downtime for you? No. It's amazing. The staff is so good. It's amazing. It really, truly is. Thank you for the strawberry. I'll handle my own.
I'm here to help.
Don't leave it unguarded. I shouldn't say that.
That's right. The hammer, is that local? How local is that?
It is right in
Medina.
Oh, it's out, the one out on 18?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I know what it is. I didn't know how local that is for you guys.
And go to the left.
That's a drive, though.
Yeah, well, we have people come from all over.
Yeah, oh, that's true, too. Yeah,
Well, we reached out to several,
that I know
and they were
about.
the most
Yeah,
receptive.
Yeah,
Sweet.
that's cool. All right, I know where that is. I thought there was one a little bit closer for this local locale, but I got you. And that's it. It's getting windy out there, but
Yeah.
it's almost weather like North Carolina used to be. It's all come north. Okay, I'm just a little.
Again, it's just it's amazing to see things going on, and I think what we can see, number one, is how we're attracting top-notch level instructors, with the doctor being part of the staff, along with his wife, I believe, is going to be the full-time one, right? And then and also seeing the continued donations. Ohio Grading seems to be kind of a frequent flyer, and they're still, I believe, they're still partnering with us with one of the welding bays. So it's obviously they like the product that we're putting out. So it's great to see your stories like that from the north, that you see them out there and the praises that they get. So
In the real world.
Thank you, Mr. Campbell. Not much from me tonight. Thank you for the strawberry. It's just funny, I mentioned to Kim, I said, I better hurry up and get my reservation in to go to Neon Line. It will be over with here by the middle of March. So I'll update everybody next month on what's going on in Columbus. And hope everybody had a happy Valentine's Day yesterday. And to you, Mr. Dewey.
I appreciate it. Again, it's great to see the updates. I like seeing smart people doing smart things, and every time we add to these programs or flesh out these programs, you read it and you go, well, that makes perfect sense. It's really great to see the thought that goes into this, the planning that goes into this, and then the end product. So I can't be more impressed. I do appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. As we mentioned, we are going to be moving to executive session, so I will need a motion in a second to move to executive session.
So moved.
Second, Ron, Mr. Sponseller. Mr. Wright, would you like to call the roll?
Mrs. McGraw?
Yes.
Mr. Sponseller? Mr. Campbell?
Yes.
Mr. Cohen?
Yes.
Mr. Fauser?
Yes.
Mr. Furlong?
Yes.
Mr. Hercules?
Yes.
Mr. Hofer?
Yes.
Mr. Jividen?
Yes.
It is 6:27.
Thank you. And again, no action will be taken after this session, so they're all free to go. I mean, you're free to go anyway.
Yeah. We're going to stay in here, I think.